Good morning guys, and welcome from a very early start here in the city of Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan. It is about 6 a.m. and today we're going to be making a trip all the way up to Son Kul Lake, which is a lake that is above 3,000 meters sea level. It's going to be worth it. The sun is already rising behind me. Really excited for this one, although I do still need to sort of wake up. Our first stop, of course, is the supermarket so that we can get some essentials for while we were there. It's been advised to not bring anything that can deteriorate very quickly and bring lots of water. After a quick introduction round of everybody, we received a chocolate after introducing ourselves. We have started the trip now for sure. The road is already quite bumpy, and I'm telling you, this is still an asphalted road. So they've already told people take medication if you can't handle the trip. So far I'm doing good. I usually don't have that many problems when traveling to places, but if this is already the way how bumpy it is, I'm quite curious to see how it's going to be once we hit unpaved roads. Met these two lovely Kyrgyz ladies that live in Dubai, and they have got something in their hand. What is this?
So this is a traditional kurut. What to explain?
It's just salt that I don't even know how to explain. You have to try.
Cheese, salt, and milk all mixed up together.
Cheese, salt, and milk?
Yeah, and it's very salty.
Oh my
And
word.
we take it because I get a bit seasick because of the bumpy road.
Motion sickness.
Yeah.
So try it. You want me to film you now?
I'm so scared.
And usually people don't like.
Illegal, yeah.
How do I eat? Do I eat the whole thing or what do
No,
I?
no, no.
Just bite it.
First bite it because nobody likes it. Just add maybe.
No, I don't know if I can do this.
Lick it first.
It's nice for motion
I first saw that the first taste I was like okay, but then I got the oh no.
It's like expired milk, right?
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it.
So okay, then.
Oh no, I cannot believe that.
I'm not fun actually, but I get this.
Yeah.
I'm not fun, so yeah.
Well, I'm glad she likes it. I cannot say that I feel the same way. Okay, well, we have made it to our first stop in Gorge, and the views are absolutely amazing. We're going to spend about an hour here just to have something to eat because we're going to be doing the lunch over the next course on the road. So far what we've been warned is about the altitude, which I can already feel. 94% of Kyrgyzstan is actually mountains, so you have quite a difference in the altitudes, and I can already feel it in my head with the headache. So they were advising, drink enough water, have some sugars, and otherwise take some painkillers, but I hope that I'll be able to adjust pretty soon. But yeah, it looks like a pretty good place to have something to eat and chill out. We've got Yurt in the background, we've got mountains in the background. It's really cool. The sun is still really warm right now, but as we go higher in altitudes, of course, this is still going to start cooling down as well. Also, what I'm noticing is that besides just having a headache, I'm starting to get very nauseous. If you saw my video in Ala Archa, I took it took me a while to adjust again to the altitude difference between Bishkek and Ala Archa, and I was struggling then as well. Now I'm feeling the altitude. I'm definitely feeling the altitude, so just be prepared for that if you do go and visit different places here, that you potentially will have troubles with altitude. Even though in the past with previous travels I didn't seem to have as much of a shock to the body, but here you're changing altitudes so quickly that my body is definitely being affected. So just be mindful about that, and that could be the case. I cannot believe it. I can already see Son Kul in the background over there. We've actually arrived at Kalmak Ashuu Pass, which is a road that is 3,447 meters above sea level, and it is going to take us to the Son Kul Lake, which is 3,016 meters above sea level. Getting up to this road already was quite beautiful and adventurous. The road had already become extremely bumpy, and it's so cool because you can see the brown mountains, and then where the rivers are, it's just lush and full of greenery and life. Like, we saw horses, we saw camels, we saw yaks, we saw everything. And the scenery, I just cannot even explain how incredibly beautiful it is. Anyway, the ironic thing about the Kalmak Ashuu Pass is its name, because it sort of translates to the open pass, or you know, that the road is open. And why this is ironic is because it is actually only open in the summer months between June and October, because in the winter months you cannot even get in here because of heavy snow. The temperature at Son Kul also in these months drops down to -20, so you can't even get in. As you might have guessed, we have arrived. We left this morning at 7 o'clock from Bishkek, and of course we had a couple of stops, but it's now 2 p.m. and we have finally arrived. Oh my word, it is so beautiful here. This is absolutely incredible. The horses are tied up, but in the background you can see donkeys. In front of me you can see Son Kul Lake. Son Kul Lake is actually the second biggest lake in Kyrgyzstan after Isekul. So it is extremely impressive, like all the way from where I'm looking to the right to the left, it's just lake and yurts, and well, I actually cannot believe that I'm here. This is something else. Okay, well, let me show you around our camp a little bit. Here we have our bathroom. We can brush our teeth. Just a simple sink, very nice. We have a swing with the views, another swing with the views, all the different yurts. And then number 4 is the yurt that I'm staying. It's actually really cool. We have like no electricity or anything like that, I believe. Anyways, when you get in, obviously take off your shoes, and then over here is already my very chaotic bed. But you have 5 beds in the yurt, and we're going to be staying here with 4 of us, which is I think pretty chill. I just want to be the one who has to sleep in the middle, because I think that would be quite awkward. I hear somebody laughing. I think she agrees. But yeah, oh, man, it's just so good to be here. It looks so great. Okay, so what I did want to still mention to you guys is about temperature wise. So at the moment, the temperature forecast for today and tomorrow during the day is around 17 degrees Celsius. But because of the altitude and where we are and the month that we're here, like I'm already into September, so this is towards the end of the season here, that you can come to Son Kul. At night it drops to 4 degrees Celsius. So where you can see me now in my tank top, actually for tonight I brought an extra hoodie, I brought a winter jacket type of thing, I brought a beanie, I brought my sweater as well, just to make sure that we do stay warm, that I stay warm, because I really want to watch the stars and enjoy the moments outside, but it's going to get very cold. Luckily, what we have over here is also a fireplace in the yurt, so we can actually heat the yurt to stay warm at night. So one of the women here has already been in the lake, and she says that it's not too cold. So we're about to find out. I'm pretty skeptical since of the altitude and that it's a glacier lake. So we'll see. So the water looks very tranquil and beautiful and clear. Like you can see the rocks. It's actually a rocky beach. You can see the rocks in the water. I think the only way to find out whether or not the temperature is going to be good is by just going for it. So that is basically what I'm going to do. Oh my god, no, this is not warm. 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 This is ice cold. This is ice cold. Oh, hi. Oh my word. Okay, I disagree fully that the water is warm. It is freezing cold. It is freezing cold. But wow, this is like just super surreal. I am at 3,016 meters high in a lake. Oh man. Okay, well, I'm very proud of myself for getting in the lake. Actually, once you start getting used to it, it's actually really, really nice, like I said. But getting out, I can hardly feel my hands. So it's time to get back to my yurt and put on some warm clothing. Well, after the swimming, I think the best way to warm up is to have a little nap. I decided to get out of the yurt to enjoy some of the last bit of light that we're probably gonna have for a while. Oh, and the temperature has already dropped. Like, I've got the sweater on that I brought, the hoodie, the winter jacket, my leggings, the pants. So the only next layer that I could potentially put on would be my beanie and a blanket. But I'm already quite cold. Anyways, it doesn't take away from the fact that I'm extremely excited because we are, of course, in an area that has almost no light pollution. So I'm so excited for the stars, and I can show you, boom, we've got a clear sky tonight, so that means we're going to be able to see the stars. Also, like what I mentioned is that I came here in the end of the season, so in September, and you can see from what's happening behind me is they're already taking down some of the yurts. So September is really, really pushing it, but so far it's totally worth it. We just got the call for dinner. Really curious, very, very, very hungry. So I'm excited to see what's going to be on our plates. This looks so good, like a warm broth with vegetables, and it's vegetarian, so that's amazing. Time to dig in. Okay, so I think this time they cooked it separately because there are a couple of vegetarians, but for the people that are not vegetarian, they've got like potatoes with onions and beef, which also looks quite tasty. Okay, so I got a little surprise with a plate of potatoes as well, and I love potatoes, so I'm very happy. Oh, this is such a good meal. So just as a moment of reflection, I can remember that just over a year ago, you know, I was sitting in my office job, and all I could do was dream about traveling and seeing the world and learning about different places, different cultures, and seeing places like this, you know, like the faraway lands that you dream about that are so absolutely raw and beautiful. And here I am in Kyrgyzstan at Son Kul Lake, looking at the sunset, watching the animals graze. I don't know, I might sound a little bit soppy, but I am soppy at the moment because I'm just filled with absolute gratitude that, you know, I've made changes in my life that have allowed me to do this. But also just because the pure beauty of places like this, they really hit my soul. So sorry for the little sop, but I had to just let you know, like, man, this is just so beautiful. Well, the sun is almost down, and when sun goes down, night comes up, and I'm really excited for the stars. The wind has also picked up a bit, and yeah, the temperature is dropping. So I'm glad I have my beanie and everything. The idea is to have a campfire. Sorry, I can't even talk anymore. We're supposed to have a campfire tonight and watch the stars before we head off to bed, which to me sounds like a fantastic plan. Well, Well, that was an absolutely amazing day. I've now made it back in the yurt where it's nice and warm, so I can start cozying up for bed. But today has been an absolute epic adventure. Like, just getting up to Son Kul is such a beautiful drive. The lake, the area, the yurts, everything, it is just extremely beautiful, and seeing the sunset and the beautiful stars has been mesmerizing. But for now, it's time to round off today and get some sleep. Like I did mention, there are a couple of things that you'll need to know, and that is definitely to bring warmer clothing, bring lighter clothing. Like, especially in September, it's coming towards the cooler months, so I'm not quite sure in comparison to June, July, August what the weather is, but potentially I think it could be warmer then. But that is also when it is more high season. At the moment it's still high season, but it's going towards the lower part of the high season, so it is also less busy, which I think is nice. Anyways, of course, I've still got the night to go tonight, and then tomorrow the next adventure starts. So if you do not want to miss that video, definitely hit the subscribe button. Thank you for joining all the way to the end of this video, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.